The world saw the glamour, the red carpets, the perfect Hollywood image. But behind the spotlight, behind the cameras, there was a silence that lasted years. And honestly, that silence may have said more than any interview ever could. Because when Tom Cruise finally began to open up, subtly, carefully, it wasn't just about fame. It was about something far more personal. In many ways, Tom Cruise's story begins like a classic Hollywood rise. A young man with intensity, ambition, and something undeniably magnetic. From early roles in films like Risky Business to global dominance with Top Gun, he didn't just become famous. He became a symbol. Precision. Discipline. Control. At the same time, Nicole Kidman was carving her own path. Elegant, powerful, and deeply expressive on screen. When their worlds collided in the early 90s, it felt almost cinematic. Two rising forces becoming one of Hollywood's most talked about couples. But what makes this story different is what happened behind closed doors. Their collaboration in films like Eyes Wide Shut wasn't just acting, it was intense, emotional, and many believe deeply personal. The lines between performance and reality began to blur. And while the public saw chemistry, insiders reportedly saw something more complicated. Pressure. Distance. Two careers moving at unstoppable speed. Then came the moment that no one fully understood. The separation. It wasn't loud. It wasn't messy in the way tabloids expected. Instead, it was quiet. Almost too quiet. And honestly, that silence became the story. For years, neither of them truly explained what went wrong. No dramatic revelations. No public breakdowns. Just distance. But here's what most people don't realize. Silence in Hollywood is rarely accidental. For Tom Cruise, the years that followed were defined by control. Bigger films. Bigger risks. A relentless focus on work. In many ways, he didn't just continue, he accelerated. The Mission Impossible franchise turned him into something beyond a movie star. A phenomenon. And yet, something had changed. There were moments, small, almost unnoticeable, where his public image felt more guarded. Interviews became sharper, more precise, as if every word was measured. And many believe that behind that control was experience. Lessons learned the hard way. For Nicole Kidman, the path looked different. Her performances became deeper, more vulnerable. Roles that explored pain, identity, and transformation. It was as if the silence had shaped her too, but in another direction. And then, time did what time always does. It softened the edges. Years later, reflections began to emerge. Not direct confessions, not dramatic exposes, but subtle acknowledgments. Respect. Distance. Understanding. Tom Cruise didn't rewrite the past. He didn't dwell on it. But in small ways, he allowed the world to see that not everything in his life had been perfectly controlled. Honestly, that's what makes this story powerful. It's not about scandal. It's not about choosing sides. It's about two people who lived under extraordinary pressure and walked away changed. Today, Tom Cruise stands as one of the last true movie stars. Still performing. Still pushing limits. Still chasing something just beyond reach. But behind the action, behind the intensity, there's history. Quiet, unresolved, human. And maybe that's the real story here. Not the relationship itself, but what it leaves behind. Because sometimes, the moments we never fully explain are the ones that shape us the most. So what do you think really happened between them? Was it just Hollywood pressure, or something deeper? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy cinematic stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more.